Your pepper plants are working against themselves right now, and most gardeners have no idea why. The soil around them is either empty, wasted, or quietly making things worse. But the gardeners who are pulling massive pepper harvests this season are not using expensive sprays or synthetic fertilizers. They are using something far more powerful. They are using nature itself. Welcome back to Backyard Crops. Adam Grove here, and in this video, you are going to discover 15 specific companion plants that work alongside your peppers to dramatically boost yield, drive away pests, improve your soil, and pull in the pollinators your plants desperately need. Some of these will completely reshape the way you plan your garden. One of them is almost certainly already sitting in your kitchen drawer. Stay right here until the end. This is the kind of content that changes how you garden permanently. If this channel has ever helped you grow better food, hit that subscribe button right now and share this video with a fellow gardener. The Backyard Crops community grows stronger every single day, and every share helps someone out there stop struggling and start thriving. Let's get into it. Plant number 1, borage. Borage is one of the most overlooked plants in companion gardening, and that needs to change. This fast-growing annual produces striking star-shaped blue flowers that are absolute magnets for bees and native pollinators. More bees visiting your pepper bed means more flowers getting pollinated, which means more fruits developing on every branch. But the hidden power of borage goes deeper. It releases a distinct scent that tomato hornworms, and yes, they absolutely target pepper plants too, strongly avoid. Borage essentially creates a scent barrier around your bed. Beyond that, borage has deep taproots that pull up trace minerals like calcium and potassium from lower soil layers, depositing them closer to the surface where shallow-rooted pepper plants can access them. It is sometimes called a dynamic accumulator for this reason. Plant it within 18 inches of your peppers, and as a bonus, the flowers are fully edible with a mild cucumber flavor, perfect for salads and garnishes. Once established, borage self-seeds generously, returning season after season with zero effort on your part. Plant number 2, French marigolds. Do not roll your eyes at marigolds. Most gardeners use them decoratively and miss their real function entirely. French marigolds, specifically the Tagetes patula variety, release a compound called alpha-13 from their roots. This compound is scientifically documented to suppress root knot nematodes, microscopic soil-dwelling organisms that attack pepper root systems, stunt growth, and slash yields significantly. The key is density and duration. Scattered marigolds do very little. A thick planting maintained across the full season or even the season before peppers creates genuine nematode suppression across the entire bed. Above the soil, French marigolds deter whiteflies, repel spider mites, and attract hoverflies, predatory insects that patrol your garden, eating soft-bodied pests like aphids. Border your entire pepper bed with them and interplant throughout. If you rotate your marigolds around different beds each year, you spread that nematode protection across your whole garden over time.
The pairing of basil and peppers is not just a kitchen tradition. It is a biologically sound relationship. The volatile aromatic oils in basil, especially in varieties like Genovese and Thai basil, actively repel aphids, thrips, and spider mites. These insects find the scent of basil's essential oils disorienting and move away from areas where it grows. Research also suggests that basil may support stronger pepper plant growth by improving the surrounding microclimate, influencing humidity at the leaf level and altering the volatile compound environment in ways that benefit neighboring plants. Plant basil within 12 inches of your peppers. Pinch it regularly to prevent flowering because bolted basil drops its oil concentration significantly. Keep harvesting it throughout the season and your peppers benefit continuously. In hotter climates, try Kapoor or holy basil varieties. They're more heat tolerant and maintain their aromatic output longer into the season. Plant number 4, Nasturtiums. Nasturtiums are one of the most strategically clever tools in companion planting. They function as a trap crop, a plant that pests prefer so intensely over your main crop that they abandon your peppers entirely to cluster on the nasturtiums instead. aphids swarm nasturtium leaves in extraordinary numbers. Once they concentrate there, you can spray those plants with neem oil, remove the infested growth, or simply pull and replace the nasturtiums altogether, while your peppers remain completely undisturbed. Nasturtiums also attract hoverflies and parasitic wasps, both of which prey on caterpillars, aphids, and leaf-eating larvae. Plant them at the perimeter and corners of your pepper beds, keeping them slightly away from center plants so they act as a buffer zone. The flowers are peppery and edible. The leaves can be used like a spicy green in salads, and the seeds can even be pickled as a caper substitute. Few plants deliver this level of function and flavor simultaneously. Plant number 5. Garlic. Garlic is one of the oldest pest deterrents in agricultural history, and the science behind it is straightforward. The sulfur-based compounds it releases, allicin being the most well-known, are deeply repellent to aphids, slugs, beetles, and even certain fungal pathogens. Garlic planted among or adjacent to peppers creates a sulfur-rich aromatic barrier at soil level and above it. Pests detect this and avoid the entire zone. Beyond repellency, garlic has documented antifungal properties in the soil. Its root exudates inhibit certain soil-borne fungi that cause pepper diseases like Phytoplathra root rot. Plant garlic 6 to 8 inches apart between pepper transplants or in rows alongside them. In fall-planted gardens, garlic goes in first and is already established by the time peppers go in during spring, meaning protection is built into the bed from day one.
Onions belong to the same Allium family as garlic and work through similar mechanisms, but they bring something additional. Their sulfur aroma deters aphids, slugs, and mites, and their root systems release compounds that suppress soil-borne fungi, particularly Fusarium, which can devastate pepper roots in warm, moist soils. What makes onions particularly useful as pepper companions is their vertical shape. They take up very little horizontal space and slot neatly between pepper plants without competing for light. Green onions and bunching onion varieties work especially well for this purpose because you can harvest them incrementally throughout the season, giving you a functional food crop while they simultaneously protect your peppers. Alternate rows of onions and peppers for continuous aromatic coverage across the entire bed. Plant number 7. Cilantro. Cilantro is a two-phase companion plant, and understanding its two phases is what makes it so valuable. In its leafy vegetative phase, cilantro repels spider mites and aphids. In its flowering phase, when it bolts and produces those delicate white umbrella-shaped clusters, it becomes one of the most powerful beneficial insect attractors in the vegetable garden. Parasitic wasps, lacewingers, and hoverflies are drawn in enormous numbers to cilantro flowers. These insects parasitize caterpillars and prey on soft-bodied pests with remarkable efficiency. The timing works perfectly. Plant cilantro early in your pepper bed, let it bolt as temperatures rise, and by the time your peppers hit peak growth and fruit set, the cilantro flowers are working hard overhead, bringing in the insect allies you need. Succession plant every 2 to 3 weeks for a continuous wave of both culinary herb and beneficial insect habitat. Plant number 8. Oregano. Oregano is the silent, long-term guardian of the pepper bed. It is tough, drought-tolerant, and nearly maintenance-free once established. The essential oils it produces, primarily carvacrol and thymol, are scientifically confirmed insect deterrents. Beetles, aphids, and spider mites avoid areas strongly scented with these compounds. Oregano grows low and spreads across soil surfaces, making it an ideal living ground cover between pepper stems. This level ground coverage suppresses weeds, retains soil moisture, and moderates soil temperature during heat waves, all conditions that benefit pepper roots directly. In many USDA hardiness zones, oregano is perennial, meaning you plant it once and it comes back every spring, growing slightly fuller and more aromatic each year. Over time, an oregano ground cover under your peppers becomes one of the most passive, high-return investments in your garden.
Dill surprises most gardeners when listed as a pepper companion, but its contribution to pest management is exceptional. Flowering dill attracts parasitic wasps, ladybugs, and lacewings. A single ladybug, drawn in by nearby dill, can consume thousands of aphids across its lifespan. Parasitic wasps lay their eggs inside caterpillars and larval pests, completely eliminating future generations of insects that would otherwise damage your pepper foliage. Because dill grows tall, sometimes reaching 4 feet, position it on the north or east side of your pepper bed so it does not block sunlight from your main crop. Let it flower and go to seed. Self-seeded dill returns every year, and each new generation continues the beneficial insect attraction cycle. It is essentially a self-renewing pest control system that costs nothing to maintain after the first planting. Plant number 11, chives. Chives are a perennial allium that once planted essentially never leave. They return every spring, slowly expanding their clump and contribute to your garden's health season after season. Their sulfur root exudates repel aphids and improve the flavor and growth of surrounding plants, including peppers, through documented changes in soil microbiology. Their pom-pom flowers in purple or white are outstanding pollinator attractors. More pollinators in your pepper bed during the flowering season means more reliable fruit set and fewer undeveloped or misshapen peppers. Plant chives at corners, edges, and along pathways between rows. Divide clumps every 3 to 4 years to keep them vigorous and productive. The flowers are edible, mildly onion-flavored, and beautiful scattered across finished dishes. If you could only add one permanent companion plant to your pepper garden, chives would be among the strongest candidates. Plant number 13, Calendula. Calendula, also called pot marigold, is different from the Tagetes marigolds discussed earlier. It works through physical trapping rather than chemical deterrence. The stems and leaves of calendula are naturally sticky with a resinous coating. Whiteflies and aphids that land on the plant become physically stuck, unable to move on to your pepper plants. At the same time, calendula's bright orange and yellow flowers attract an enormous range of pollinators. Calendula also has demonstrated antifungal properties in the soil and has been studied for its ability to attract beneficial insects, including predatory beetles that prey on soil-dwelling pest larvae. It essentially prefers slightly cooler temperatures, making it ideal for early and late season planting that bookends your pepper season with protection on both sides. Few plants are as beautiful or as productive in a companion planting strategy.
Parsley is a quiet, dependable companion that earns its place in any pepper bed. It repels asparagus beetles and aphids and grows comfortably in the partial shade beneath mature pepper plant canopies, meaning it uses space that would otherwise sit empty and unproductive. In its second year, parsley flowers and sets seed, producing the same type of beneficial insect habitat as cilantro and dill. Swallowtail butterfly caterpillars are drawn to parsley as their host plant, and while they do feed on parsley foliage, they leave pepper plants completely alone. Supporting these caterpillars supports the adult butterfly population, which increases your garden's overall pollinator diversity. Tuck parsley beneath established pepper plants throughout the season for continuous low-maintenance pest deterrence and space efficiency. Plant number 14, carrots. Carrots contribute something no herb or flower can replicate: structural soil improvement. As carrot roots grow, they physically break apart compacted soil, creating channels that improve both water drainage and aeration deep into the root zone. These channels benefit pepper roots directly, allowing them to expand more freely and access nutrients distributed throughout the soil profile. Carrot foliage acts as a living mulch, covering bare soil between pepper plants, reducing evaporation and suppressing weeds without any labor. When carrots are harvested, the channels left in the soil remain, continuing to improve drainage and root access long after the crop is gone. Interplant carrots between pepper plants with adequate spacing for both, and you get a dual food crop that is simultaneously improving the growing conditions for your main harvest. Plant number 14. Spinach. Spinach approaches companion planting from an infrastructure perspective rather than a pest management one. Its dense leafy growth at the base of pepper plants shades the soil surface, keeping it cool and moist, critical for pepper roots during summer heat events. It suppresses weed germination aggressively, eliminating nutrient and water competition. As the season progresses and spinach completes its cycle, it breaks down and adds organic matter directly into the top layer of soil, feeding the microbial life that drives nutrient availability for your peppers.
Plant spinach beneath your pepper transplants in early spring, when temperatures are still cool. By the time your peppers grow large enough to need full root space and maximum nutrients, the spinach will be ready to harvest, leaving behind well-conditioned,
Plant number
mulched,
15,
biologically
Thyme,
active soil.
closes this list as arguably the most effortless companion you can establish. It is drought-tolerant, frost-hardy in most zones, and grows more robust every year with almost zero care. The thymol and carvacrol in its essential oils deter whiteflies, cabbage worms, and cutworms, all of which can cause serious damage to young pepper plants. Thyme grows as a dense, low-spreading ground cover, protecting soil moisture between pepper stems the same way oregano does, but with a slightly different aromatic profile that expands the range of pests deterred. Established thyme patches can persist for 5 or more years, becoming more effective pest deterrents as the plants mature. Plant it at the base of your pepper plants, let it spread, and let it do its work quietly for years to come. Companion planting is not about scattering a few random herbs around your garden and hoping for the best. It is about designing an ecosystem, layering pest deterrents, soil improvers, trap crops, and pollinator attractors into a single cohesive planting plan where every element supports the others. The most important principles to carry with you. Keep companion plants within 18 to 24 inches of your pepper plants for maximum effect. Rotate companion plants across different beds each year to spread soil benefits evenly. Maintain living, biologically active soil with regular compost additions because these plant relationships perform best in healthy soil ecosystems. And observe your garden season by season because every microclimate responds differently. The gardeners who consistently achieve the highest yields are the ones who treat their garden as a living system, not a collection of isolated plants, but a community working in coordination. When your pepper plants are surrounded by the right community, they do not just survive, they produce in ways that will genuinely surprise you. If this video added something valuable to your growing knowledge, leave a comment below telling which companion plant you are starting with. Subscribe to Backyard Crops for more content like this every week, and share this with another gardener who needs to see it. Growing good food starts with the right information, and now you have it.